Bruce, co-founder of the Redwood Treewalks, finalist this year in the Safest Place to Work Awards of the small business category. Congratulations, well done.
Great, thanks Mark. It was a nice honour and the staff really appreciated that recognition that the work that we all put in is recognised and that we know we're on the right path.
Beautiful place here, it's just sensational, and we're fortunate enough today that it's got a bit of rain and it's got a bit of sunshine and you've got the sun coming in through the trees. It's just sensational. But when I was walking around, I couldn't help but noticing obviously the people walking between trees. Must be metres off the ground. This must be a major health and safety concern for you, or a challenge for you to make sure that people who come to your business are actually kept nice and safe.
Yeah, of course, and we're in the industry of giving people great memories and fun.
Yeah.
And everyone deserves to go home safe, staff, contractors, and of course guests. And intrinsically in the build, we have the right technology and the right products to make sure that mechanical wise we're safe. And then on top of that, it's about making sure process and systems, and that's why safety is so critical for us. That you're continuing to innovate and improve and run your business better tomorrow than you did today, and that's one of our core themes. And our number one core value is safety and compliance, and that is our moral compass on any decision we make in terms of my decision as an owner on what are we doing in investing. Safety is the first priority matrix of what are we going to do next, and that includes also the staff's obligations and their duties, what they do today. Their first obligation is around the safety matrix, manaakitanga, and then kaitiakitanga.
So you mentioned your moral responsibility and obligation, and you're running a business as well. I'd imagine, I think of business and safety as being intertwined, as you've mentioned. How important is that in terms of your business and the growth of your business, getting your safety right?
Well, it's absolutely critical. We're in the business of keeping people up in the air, in the tree. And we want, our business relies on that happening every day, consistently, and guests being safe, and staff being safe, and contractors working on safe. So, we operate the business on six management pillars. And number one on that is safety and compliance. Then we've got management and communication. We have process milestones, OFI. So one of our key management pillars is a system called Opportunities for Improvement. So we've gone past just having your suggestions staff box where they write down on a piece of paper what the idea is. We've got quite a transparent system where it's dated, it's the details, the staff who submitted it, where we are on it, and we have an OFI matrix in terms of if it adds high value or high safety to the business and low cost implement, it's priority one, do it today, through to high cost, low benefit, low safety benefit, that's a priority four. And then you've got the gambit in between that. So that is our tool that collects that information from the team. So we've got a team of 15 staff on average. And we've had over 132 OFIs, or opportunity for improvement, submitted in the last year, and of that 22% are safety OFIs and risk and hazard identification OFIs. So that's just what we want. Our team, they've got sets of eyes, they're with the business every day. And for us, the success has been around harnessing that energy and harnessing that brain power. And they've got an obligation as much as we have as owners of making our property and our business safe. And so we work hard on making a culture of safety for the whole team, and it's all our responsibility.
And so it sounds like it's very transparent, it's very open. People feel really comfortable in being able to come to you as the owner in the business, or anyone in the business, and put their hand up and say, gee, there's something not quite right here, let's do something about that. That's the culture you've created in the organisation?
Absolutely. Part of our KPIs for staff that I expect for health and safety office from each staff person. So they're measured it on part of their job description about that hazard and risk identification is part of their obligation, and they're measured on it. So at the end of the year, they've either submitted for opportunities for improvement, hopefully more, but the expectation from us as a business is that everybody contributes to making our business safer, and we don't think for opportunities around that side or risk or hazard recommendations is much to ask. And so of course when you have a team of 15 times 4, there's 50 to 60 opportunities on how to make our business safer per annum.
Yeah. And you mentioned to me before about the business growing and continuing to grow. What additional pressure does that put on you as a business owner in terms of the bigger the size, the scale and complexity, obviously, the greater the risk? How are you approaching that?
Look, it's all about making sure that processes and systems are documented. So part of our management pillar, we have one called process milestones. So we've identified the key areas of the business where we can't fail, and obviously bridges, platforms, code of conduct, safety briefings, training, induction, contractor induction when we've got arborists working up in the trees, that we've inducted them, that we know that they know their systems, and then rechecking that again. So not just saying, oh well, we did that 4 years ago, that it's re-looking at that annually. Is there any better systems? What have they improved on? So we expect the same from our key suppliers on that constant need to improve and be mindful that we can do things better.
So from a governance point of view, you've obviously got a board that you report through to. How key is it as an agenda item for the business? At every board meeting, safety is an agenda item, and hazard and risk register reviews in terms of milestone dates on when we review those, and so it's a quarterly review of our hazard and risk registers, and then safety is always an agenda item on what improvements have been suggested by the team, and maintenance, preventative maintenance. So for us, safety is our number one core value on any decision around innovation, investment, planning and process. The board wants safety as the number one determinant. So Bruce, as the owner of the business and co-founder, what's the thing that keeps you awake at night? The thing that when you're sitting there and you think about the safety, well-being of your staff, what's that thing that runs through your mind?
Look, Mark, good question. The key for us is that we want everybody to go home safe today. That's contractors, staff and visitors. And for us, the parts of the business is preventative maintenance and making sure that our physical structure is safe and sound. And then it's about process and systems. So the key for us is making sure that what we say happens, and that we don't let complacency come in. So code of conducts, systems and process happens that it's documented, that we have checklists, and that we do the right thing, and safety first, and making sure that culture comes through, and that we don't let complacency creep in, which could be the cause of an incident or an accident that should not have happened in the first place, because we're number one, we've identified it, and second thing, we have a process that should not have allowed that to happen. So that's a critical one, that you just keep your finger on the pulse and just make sure that what you say you're doing, and that what you're doing tomorrow improves how safe you were from the day before. So that's a key part for me, is look, keep innovating and keep improving, which is what I loved about Safe365, was that it benchmarks us against other businesses. It's a great way to measure where we can improve, that really, from not just looking internally, that you're looking externally from industry measures, not just tourism measures, but manufacturing, retail, tourism, all against those. And it was a really nice way to say, where do we fit in this sense? So to become a finalist for us, that's great. It means we are on the right track. and it's a really nice thing that that you continue to do that. And part of my recommendation is for all tourism business, get onto Safe365. It's a really great way to just benchmark yourself and just look at your own systems, see where you've got holes in your systems, because it's a continuous journey. You can never say we're totally safe today. You've got to. It's just a journey that you're always on, and you've got to keep delivering.
Bruce, thank you very much. Congratulations on being a finalist this year in the Safest Place to Work Awards for small business category. I'm sure we'll see you there again next year. You've got the right attitude, you're creating the right culture here, and I love the whole focus on continuous improvement and ensuring that you're putting the right processes, systems and culture into place and building the right capability. Congratulations. Well done, and I'm sure we'll see you next year.
Great, thanks Mark. Cheers.
Safe365, intelligent health and safety software for business.